Hello everyone, this is Chapter 2, What is a Play by Haley St. Hilaire. The play, event, and text. To begin with, in theater, the word play is used to describe both the performance and text that is specifically performed. The performance aspect of plays occurs during a specific time and place. These events are typically repeated, but they vary in the deliverance of the scripts and text each time. These scripts derive from often reused and repeated popular historical texts. Despite this, each play serves as a one-time event because of the varying types of execution. To distinguish any type of live performances as a classic theater play, the play texts are often reviewed. Drama is the word used to refer to said play text, and it is a type of literature customarily written in dialogue. This makes dramas unique to plays as they serve as a recipe and receipt because they provide lines designated for multiple speakers. Although dramas serve as recipes and receipts, they are not interchangeable. Recipes are those which require actors and others to execute and perform them through actions. A prime example of a recipe is William Shakespeare's works. Several of his plays were published after his death from the help of his colleagues, producers, and actors. Those plays only exist and are known today because they are remembered through their live performances. On the other hand, receipts are those which do not require a live performance to be recalled. For example, many older plays, such as those created in ancient Athens, survived in old textbooks of ancient Greek writings. Therefore, rather than being performed, these plays are more similar to receipts as they document the textual and physical aspects of the play performed. Dramaturgy, the conventions and construction of play text. Convention. The first way that plays can be categorized is by their convention. Conventions are repeated elements of a play that define the audience's experience of the playtext, performance, or any other cultural encounter. A common daily convention, for example, would be customers standing in line at a grocery store. This is a set rule that is not spoken but is enforced. Conventions in play events are the same. During the 21st century, typical conventions in theater buildings included audiences sitting in silence during performances in the dark, while the main spotlight was shown on the performers. In addition, conventions such as the play ending when the lights dim out allow audiences to know and understand what is going on in a play without it needing to be spoken. Other common conventions include when actors freeze and the lighting dims, time itself has stood still. When actors all leave the stage and they or others re-enter, time has elapsed. When an actor turns directly away from the other actors and speaks to the audience, the other characters are presumed not to hear the other actor. Duration. The second way plays are typically categorized is by their durations. A play's duration refers to how long the play lasts. Historically, dramas in Europe and the US lasted around 2 to 3 hours, which meant it was full length. However, despite this, plays can vary in length and either be very short, very long, or right in the middle. Short plays are often performed at places such as school events, dramatic festivals, social gatherings, street performances, and other settings outside of a theater building. To gauge the large scale by which the duration of plays can be, take playwrights like Samuel Beckett, for example. Him and other 20th century writers created super short plays that spanned over just 1 or 2 minutes. On the contrary, specific traditional Chinese theaters can last up to 3 days as they consist of 55 scenes. Genre. Furthermore, one of the most known means of categorizing plays is by their genres. A play's genre provides a dramatic frame within which apply and recognize different conventions. Although there are several types of genres of plays, the two main dramatic themes are tragedy and comedy, as they are shared between the ancient Greeks and the 21st century. A tragedy is a serious play that always almost ends in death of one or more of its main characters and focuses on a deep theme about human life in society. The central character or protagonist in a tragedy is a person of high rank and throughout the play undergoes a sequence of a loss of possessions, suffering, self-recognition, and then of course death. Tragedies are defined by their characters, and the overall goal is not to sadden the audience but ennoble them about tragic heroes. A comedy is another well-known genre as it has been a staple since ancient times. Playwrights sometimes write their plays in serious tones with the aid of dark humor, but other times write them with no purpose other than being funny. They incorporate devices such as full stage chases, mistaken identities, lovers hiding in closets or under tables, sexual puns, and many more. Aristotle's dramaturgy. In addition to the main factors of dramaturgy, Aristotle's Poetics break down and tell us the elements that make up an individual play. The elements are: plot, refers to why things happen and encompasses the meaning of storytelling. Character, refers to someone having a particular quality or virtue. Thought, refers to what a play is expressing, the arguments and concepts that emerge as a result of its performance. Diction, used to describe the quality of the play's language. Music, the most pleasing of the elements of drama. And finally, spectacle, encompasses the visual aspects of production, scenery, lighting, makeup, and properties. Plays and performance, a timeline. Pre-play. The pre-play is the first out of the three major groupings. It begins with the appeal of an audience. To do this, plays must advertise in order to publicize said play. Once an audience is attracted, before the play starts, ushers typically guide them to their seats and provide written programs as means of preparing them for the show that is soon to begin. In addition, pre-show music might be played to set the scene of the anticipated show. The play. The play itself is split into 4 consistent features that span over the course of its duration. These features are the exposition, the conflict, the climax, and the denouement. Number 1, the exposition. Plays start off with their expositions, which set the scene by introducing the characters and background information to guide the audience into understanding what is going on in the play. Number 2, conflict. The next scene that follows the play's exposition is the conflict. Conflict usually arises early on in plays in the form of a character posing as a conflict or confrontation to another. Number 3, the climax. The climax is the conflict's final and most extremist moment. It is the point where the conflict of the play reaches its greatest tensions. Number 4, the denouement. The denouement or resolution is the final action that follows the climax. It is the indicating gesture that lets the audience know the conflict is over and resolved. Last but not least, the post-play. The last part of any play production is the final pieces and curtain call. During this, actors come out and bow to an applauding crowd and are finally snapped back to reality and not the imaginary storyline they were placed in.